up in a second. But first, have you ever been in a situation, or does this sound like you, right? You're a mom, or you're a caregiver of some sort, um, or you're a healthcare practitioner, right? And you find yourself every single day, you get up and now it's almost like you're off to the races. You got to run over and you got to get your kid, get your kid fed. They got to have breakfast, and of course they got to get off to school. And then you come back home, you try and get some work done. And then you also have to take care of your mom and your aunt and your cousin and all these people, and everyone's always coming to you for everything. And you're always the one who's going to take care of everything because you got your superwoman cape on, right? And this is what you do every single day. But then at the end of the day, you sit there and you're like, okay, who's going to take care of me? And you're waiting for someone to rescue you. But I'm here to tell you right now that nobody's coming to rescue you. You got to rescue yourself. And you get to rescue yourself with the help of an amazing expert. So, if this is your first time watching, right? I'm Ileka Falette. I'm a mom of four. About 8 years ago, I lost 120 pounds, and then I became a wellness coach, showing weight loss and wellness, showing women, moms mostly, how to lose the weight in a busy lifestyle. Over the years, things shifted. I decided to help wellness and weight loss coaches and health coaches and small businesses, entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, become the in demand person in their industry. And so now I bring on wellness coaches and wellness professionals and business strategists and people to feed into this audience. So today we have an amazing expert. Hi, Kim. We have an amazing expert, Nyoka Samuel-Gilchrist. She is absolutely incredible. She's an intuitive, holistic health and wellness coach. RN for a million years. I'm just going to say, she's an RN. So much incredible experience, and she's going to share some gifts and tips today. So, Nyoka, please introduce yourself. Tell us who you work with. We'd love to hear.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Ileka. I love this. I love your energy, and I'm honored to be here with you. Thank you for having me. So I am Nyoka. I work with healthcare professionals and caregivers using my Please Spirit methodology, right? And I use that methodology to help people that I work with, women that I work with, achieve peace and balance across multiple areas of their lives,
Mhm.
even when they're used to doing everything for everyone else and nothing for themselves. So, Alika, you described it to a T.
Oh, and that's perfect, right? And these women, they want balance, right? They want peace. They want peace of mind and calm. Um, I was that woman about 8 years ago, and sometimes step into that woman now where I'm just like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do this. We get so used to doing everything for everyone else that we're never doing it for ourselves.
That's true.
How did you get into this type of work, Nyoka?
Well, I got into this type of work because working at the bedside, working case management, working utilization management, also in my
Mhm.
role as a nurse educator, I just wanted to do more. I wanted to connect more with women who were struggling. I was still hearing from a lot of women that they were overwhelmed. I was hearing that they weren't sitting down and really carving out time for themselves. And a lot of us need that accountability factor. So
Yeah.
I became that accountability factor for so many of my family and friends. And they said I knew exactly what I was doing. So I said, well, then why don't I just step into my business? And this is how I'm here today.
Yes. And I've seen you've helped so many women in this process to get back to them, right? Like how often are you hearing someone say, because I feel like this is probably the thing that you hear most is I just don't feel like myself. Like I want to be me again. I want to feel like me again.
Well, I've worked with clients that they've told me I've been listening for what other people want for so long that I
Mm,
can't hear what I want for me. I don't even know where to start
Mhm.
to get what I want for me. And so, where we start is building your intuitive knowing, right? We start building that inner wisdom. And with that solid foundation, whatever decisions that you have to make in your life, you'll be better equipped to make them because you have started to grow your intuition. You've started to grow your inner wisdom again after feeling like you were giving it away for so long.
Mm.
So when we don't use something, we lose it. So we have
Yep.
to build that back up again so that holistically we can be effective across the board in multiple areas of our lives.
Yes, exactly. And you have a company called Seven, is it Seven Healing Waters?
Seven Healing Waters, that's the name of my
Yeah.
company. And so we do a lot of group facilitation, one on one coaching. We do a lot of education. That's my thing. We do a
Mhm.
lot of education so that you can have the tools that you need to create a wellness toolbox. That way you
Ooh.
can pick from that wellness toolbox all the different things that you may need. Sometimes, yeah, you need to be still, but then
Mhm.
sometimes you need to move. So we
Mhm.
create that atmosphere. I like to call it our sacred space, where you get an opportunity to weed through all of that, to see what feels comfortable for you. And so you can drop it in your toolbox or discard it, but you create this toolbox you carry around with you so that you're equipped in whatever situation that you might find yourself in.
I love that because, sometimes people think that, well, I meditated 4 times last year, so I'm fine. Right? Like we think that we do something once or twice and now it's okay. And really you're showing people this is an ongoing
Yes.
progressive, right?
Yes, it is. And it doesn't just stop with whatever works for you at that time, because there's going to be a time when it doesn't work for you. So then what
Mhm.
do you do? What do you reach for, right? And so we
Mhm.
really have to create that variety. We know that variety is the spice of life, right?
Yeah.
So even within our wellness practices, we have to create that variety as well.
Yeah, to keep it moving, to keep moving forward and doing the things that we need to do. It's like learning something once. It works when it's, reading, I guess. If you learn how to read one time, I guess you
Or
got it.
riding a bicycle.
Right, or riding a bicycle, right? But at some point, with most other things, it's continuous learning. Because here's the thing, right? If I was, let's pretend I was a doctor, right? I went to med school, I've done my residency, and now I'm a doctor. Now I'm just practicing on people. I have never gone back to learn anything new. I'm just doing this thing. Do you want to come to me as a doctor? Heck no, right? Because I didn't continue to learn, I didn't continue to grow. And it's the same thing with our mental and with our physical well being. We're continuing to progress in it.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. Where I am now at, my big age is not where I was when I was 27
Right.
or
Exactly.
16, it's not. And so as our perspectives change, as our consciousness opens up, as energy shifts as we walk through life, right? We get an opportunity to explore different things. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've done different things going to different destinations. For example, I zip lined one time. I jet
Mhm.
skied another
Oh,
time. I
love
know I went skiing. I know skiing is not for me, so I'm not going back there.
right.
But jet skiing, yeah, I'll do that again.
Uh-huh.
Zip lining, yeah, I'll do that again. So I know what is fun for me. And I treat wellness that same way. You want your wellness activity, whatever it is that you do, to overflow your cup. You don't want your cup just filled. You
Mhm.
want it to overflow. That full cup, that's for you. The
Yeah.
overflow is for everyone else. So you want to tap into that activity, that
Yeah.
that thing that overflows your cup, that gives you positive light and positive energy so that you could
Mhm.
get through all of the challenges in life. I say don't worry about um oh, I'm being overly positive. No, life will hand you your behind on a platter. Don't worry about
Right.
that. Life is going to give you the negative stuff.
Right.
What you have to do is maintain that positive frame of mind so no matter what life serves you, you can
Mhm.
manage. And that's the business that I'm in, is
Mm.
helping you manage.
It's so funny that you said that because I was literally about to say, like, ask you, like, what is one tip you can give folks who are just like, you know what? It seems like things are continuing to flow at me and I don't have the time to actually manage my health. Like some people think, in their heads, I don't have the time to manage my health and my wellness because I got to be running here. And basically, I wake up and I'm on skates, and I don't take the skates off until I lay down. So it's
Well,
like,
you
hmm,
Well,
uh,
you have control over taking those skates off and putting
ooh,
those skates on. You have that
mm,
control. And I
tell it.
think once we realize how much control we really have, because we've been
Yeah.
programmed to believe that we don't have control,
Mhm,
but we do. We have control. And so, my first tip is for you to know you have control. You can stop, because if you don't consciously stop, life is going to make you stop. And that's
mhm.
when the consequences might be too
Ooh,
severe.
yes.
Okay, I've met people whose organs have shut down because they have not taken care of themselves.
Mhm,
Uh, I know people who have gotten into serious accidents because they have not taken care of themselves. I know what it is to work
mm,
all night and have to drive home and fall asleep at stop signs because I decided, oh, I just want to get home real fast.
mhm, yep,
These are all areas of wellness. I want
mm,
people to understand these things. And so you have control. You have control to say, all right, well, I'm going to take a 15-minute nap before I get in the car to drive home because I'm
mhm,
tired,
yep,
you know.
ex
Be honest with yourself. There's a lot of things you can control, right?
mhm.
And that would be my tip. We have control.
I love that because many times folks feel like everything is out of control, that they're being run around versus them actually running around, if that makes sense. And
Yes.
And so when we feel like you're the one never being able to decide what to do next, it can feel very not only lonely, but very erratic. Like you feel like, what's next? What am I going to do? How can I do this? Or I can't do this. I can't. It's a lot of I can't because
A lot of
everything's controlling you. And
That's right.
ooh, stepping into the understanding that you have control is gold. Hey, y'all need to reach out to Nyoka because she's dropping some gems here. You can go to 7healingwaters.com, the number 7healingwaters.com. Also, comment here if you're like, oh, I can't, I don't have time to write. I'm not able to write down that email address, right, or that website. Comment below, like the video. If you comment below and say, hey, can you send me the link? We'll send it right over to you because it's something like when you go to that link, what can they find when they go to, like, do you have anything that you could gift them?
When you go to my website, what you'll find is, I have free resources that
Mm,
dip into health and wellness. My sister and I also did a podcast. You can tap
ooh,
into that podcast. I do have the first book that I've co-authored is also
mm,
listed there on my website. And then, of course, feel free to leave me your email address so that I can send you my newsletter that I'm writing right now. Is monthly, and it might be even more often than that,
yeah,
but definitely monthly for
mhm,
sure. I'll send you my newsletter with all the latest wellness tips and insights,
ooh.
as I travel, through the world and on my own health and wellness journey.
And that's game changing. Like to literally get monthly insights and tips, on what you can do to shift, even if it's one thing. If you chose to do one thing every month, right? To shift, that's game changing.
Yeah,
And I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to accountability. I know you were talking about that as well. Accountability is a huge part of it, right? But getting those tips and then having someone to keep you accountable to those strategies and tools,
it's
it's
priceless. It really is.
yeah, it
Mhm.
really is. I love that. You know what? So I gotta tell y'all, I met Nyoka a few months ago, I think it was. just on Facebook. We were talking, chatting back and forth. And then I was like, oh, we were like, oh, let's set up some time to meet. And she's like, okay, after my trip to let's talk right after my trip to Tanzania and Zanzibar. I was like, so where? Like, hold up, where are you going? Because why did you invite me? I need to be there. So I mean, these incredible wellness, like Nyoka's not just someone who's just out here talking wellness. She's living it. And she's taking people along with her on her journey. That's why I have her on here to speak to this audience because she's an expert in what she does. So, can you tell us a little bit about that Zanzibar trip? And then do you have another one coming up too? Because
Yes, yes, I do. Thank you for reminding me, Alika, because you know I be forgetting. So, so December at the end of November, November 30th to December 7th, we're having a wellness retreat to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and Zanzibar. We're going to be doing all things wellness. I'm going to introduce Please Spirit to our participants. We're going to do yoga. We're going to go into nature.
Ooh,
I, I mean, this past trip, it was beautiful. We did a 9 kilometer hike up to one of the falls called Sanjay Falls. Let me tell you, I was huffing and puffing. I thought I was in good health. Hear me. I was huffing and puffing to get because it's like the incline is like this. Okay.
ooh.
So you're trying, yes, you're getting up there, and finally you get up there. Yes, literally. And finally, you get up there and you look and you see the beautiful waterfall and you feel the mist coming off the. It's
Mm,
nothing but heaven. Hear me,
ooh,
heaven on earth. We sat there. We had lunch. My baby swam in the water. You know, right there at the falls. Sometimes it
yes.
collects the water there, and he
Oh,
swam. And my 4-year-old said, "Mommy, we used to live here." I said, "Really? When?" Anyway,
ooh,
that's
oh.
another conversation. But um, we went on safari. And it's such a diverse population there. We had Jamaican food there. Let me tell you, we visited the Maasai village. When I tell you that it is an experience that is
Mm.
transformational, it truly is. So I'm excited about taking a group back with me November 30th to December 7th. We're going to
Oh,
do a
shoot.
wellness retreat like one you have never experienced before. There's so much history in Zanzibar.
Mm.
Stone Town is a UNESCO heritage site. It's like you've literally walked back into time. It's
Oh my
if you
god.
love history, you're a National Geographic um,
Mm,
lover like I am, you will love this trip. So inviting you all to come with me, although we have limited space, we only
right.
have ten spaces. So you want to
Yeah.
reserve your spot ASAP.
Now, now, for folks who are like, okay, this sounds amazing, but where is Zanzibar? Because there's people who don't know where Tanzania and Zanzibar.
Oh,
You
forgive
know.
me. It's in East Africa. It's East Africa,
Yes.
right under the Horn of Africa on this east side. It dents in a little bit. That's
Mm.
where I'm talking about. Yeah.
Ooh, y'all, for real? Like, I mean, just the opportunity to go to the motherland and have these experiences, the safari, the waterfall, the history, and just the beauty of it all. I mean, I y'all probably see me there if y'all come. Y'all gonna see
Come on, Ileka, come with us so they can
incredible,
see, so you can
right?
testify.
This is incredible. I mean, I've only been to South Africa so far, and I already have plans to come to the rest. So I can't wait to go to Zanzibar because I'm so like because it is such an incredible like opportunity, right? I mean, to be able to see spaces that we haven't been to, many of us haven't been to before, especially as Black Americans, and to go with someone who has ties over there. So would love to hear, like, tell them a little bit about the Zanzibar space and your other space too.
Okay, so we have an Airbnb there called Lika Zifa, and when we go on when we go on our wellness retreats, that's where we'll stay. But we travel to Zanzibar by a speedboat from Dar es Salaam. And when we get to Zanzibar, we stay in a beautiful beachside hotel.
Mm.
Okay. We go spice farming. We eat at the spice farm. We eat on the sandbar. The sandbar is this little sliver of sand that you can see in the daytime, but not at night. So the tides
Mm.
cover it up at night. And then in the daytime, you can go there. They set up, they eat, but they pulled out a whole kitchen place, dining room table, everything from the boat. I'm like, what? I didn't see this on the boat. They erected everything. We ate
Mhm.
good. When I tell you, we had lobster, we had shrimp, we had fruit. And
Woo.
I'm like, where did the kitchen come from? But they utilize the sea, they utilize their boats. I mean, it is absolutely amazing to watch how people live they don't have a lot, but they live so wealthy. Hear me.
Exactly. Ooh. Hmm. And this is something that most don't get a chance to experience. So, I mean, right now, I think what is there 9 spots available now for November?
There are 9 spots available
Ooh.
because Alika took the first spot.
And y'all just came back in April, so it's just like this is or March, I mean. So this is just an incredible opportunity to be with our people, right? Like to really experience that and to do it in luxury because we're not playing games. Like
Mm-mm,
we're not playing
mm-mm.
games here.
No, we go VIP on the speedboat. The Airbnb is beautiful. Lika Zifa is a beautiful front garden, back garden, mango trees in the
Oof.
garden. It's private party vibes. Hear me.
Mm,
Private party vibes. It's a beautiful. You will love it. You can follow Lika Zifa on Instagram
yeah,
if you'd like to. But it's just beautiful there, and I can't wait to go back, and I can't wait to take everyone with me, ten
yeah.
people.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So if you feel like you are someone who has been wanting to get to the motherland and go with someone who knows what they're doing and you can trust and you can be there and have an amazing wellness experience as well while seeing the beauty of Zanzibar and Tanzania, like definitely reach out to Nyoka or comment below. We'll reach back out to you because this is game changing, right? We aren't seeing this every day. How many people are you even seeing going to, to Zanzibar? You hear people talking about it, right? But not necessarily going and not going in this type of style. This is the style you want to be going in, right? So
Yes.
I'm super excited about it. This is going to be such a beautiful trip, and definitely continue to follow. And I go tell folks how to connect with you, how to where to follow you, and where to find
I am on Facebook at Nyoka Samuels-Gilchrist. If you look up my name, it should pop up. I'm the only one online on
you.
Facebook. I do Instagram at holistic7hw.
Mm,
Um, and my website, www.sevenhealingwaters.com.
yeah, and it's the number 7, guys. It's the
The
number.
number 7.
Yes, so definitely connect with Nyoka. She's a game changer in this wellness industry and space. She's an absolute expert in what she does. Remember, 20 years of nursing experience as an RN and
Mhm.
moving, and really, really the entire time incorporating wellness, but deciding to truly incorporate it by doing it in her own business, in her own community. Because when you're doing it at the hospitals, they only let you do so much. So she said, I got to do it. I get to do it the way that I want to do it to really, really help people achieve their wellness goals. All right.
Yes.
So, all right. Thank you so much for being here, Nigel. And guys, be sure to follow, click subscribe to this channel because every week I am on here live with experts, and Nyoka will definitely be back. I didn't even ask yet, but I know we'll
Yes.
definitely be back because we have so much to share. And we want to ensure that these amazing experts are getting their name out there, getting out there so they can share these incredible tips, tools, and strategies and resources with folks who know that they need them. So be sure to like this video so that YouTube will show it to other people, share it out to others so that they can see all that Nyoka is doing and so that they can continue to come back as well. All right. Thank you all so much, and we will see y'all in the next video. Take
Thank you,
care.
Ileka. Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining.